Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is ITF. I talk Fortnite second channel. I'm not doing another take. So this is going to be a Call of Duty tier list. A lot of people noticed that in today's video where I talk about how Season 8 is over for Fortnite and Season 9 is starting tomorrow morning, a lot of people were wondering, I put in Call of Duty footage at the end. Yeah, I was actually a really big Call of Duty fan back in the day. And I wanted to just I saw a video from Drifter where he did a Call of Duty games tier list, and everyone on YouTube right now is doing tier lists. I mean, everybody. So I thought, you know what? I'll cave. I'm going to do a tier list for my top favorite Call of Duty games. I know, right? Like Fortnite Season 9 starts in 6 hours, and here I am making a Call of Duty tier list video. I can't sleep, guys. I'm trying to fall asleep right now. So let's just get right into it. So we'll start off from the first game here, which is Call of Duty 4. I like how they didn't do Call of Duty 3 or Call of Duty 2, but honestly, those games aren't even that great, so I'm okay with starting from Call of Duty 4. So Call of Duty 4, in my opinion, is going to be an A tier game. The reason why I wouldn't give it an S tier is that there isn't a whole lot to do in the game. You have single player, which the single player is amazing. Cannot go wrong with the single player. The multiplayer is very good. I love the multiplayer in the game, but there just isn't a whole lot to do in it, meaning there's not a whole lot, the only things you could do in multiplayer for Call of Duty 4 is go for headshots, so getting camos, and just playing the game and leveling up or prestiging 10 times, and that's it. That's literally all you could do with Call of Duty 4. So it's a little bit bare bones, but I got to give it a pass a little bit because it was made in 2006, I believe, or 2007. I forgot. It's one of those two. I think it's 2007. And overall, I think Call of Duty 4 is one of, if not one of the best Call of Duty games ever made. It's just, in my opinion, it's just shallow enough to the point where there's just not enough to do in the game. Like I said, besides the campaign and a multiplayer that I should also mention was rampant with like M16s and grenade spam, it was a little bit broken. So I got to give it an A tier. I got to be fair with it. I'm going to try to also keep no bias. Like if I had a bias, honestly, Call of Duty 4 would be S tier because I played the most from Call of Duty 4. But yeah. So now we're going to go over Call of Duty World at War. Honestly, in my opinion, I'm also going to put it as an A tier game. I'm going to have it a little bit before Call of Duty 4 because I think this is a phenomenal game. Nazi Zombies was first introduced in this game, which was great. I loved all 4 of the Nazi zombie maps on it. You had, I'm trying to remember, Nocturne, Toten, Verrückt, Shinonuma, and then you had Die Rise, or Der Riese. It's German, I forgot. But great Nazi Zombies gameplay. I loved it. The DLC for it was phenomenal. The DLC for Call of Duty World at War in general was really good. I loved all the maps they had. And you had 2 maps that were for free. I think it was Mockin' Day and something else. I totally forgot what it was. It might have been only one free map now that I think about it. But the single player campaign is one of my favorites in Call of Duty history. Really good. And also, I do like the multiplayer a lot. The multiplayer, in my opinion, the only issues I had with it was M40 spam and that it was a little bit laggy and the hit detection was not that great. But overall, Search and Destroy with my buddies playing this game, phenomenal game. I love it. But it's just barely behind Call of Duty 4. So that's why I have that behind Call of Duty 4. Next we'll have is Modern Warfare 2. Again, I'm honestly going to put this in A tier, but I'm going to put this in front of Call of Duty World at War. Now, the reason why is because this, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to put this in front of Call of Duty 4. So, Modern Warfare 2 is basically exactly what Call of Duty 4 was, except with more guns, more challenges, more things to do. You had a amazing Spec Ops side thing that I played with my friends all the time. It was very fun, and the campaign was phenomenal. The multiplayer was great. There is some issues with the multiplayer though. One Man Army YouTube is ridiculously annoying, and I don't know, I just thought everything was just too broken, but that's what kind of made it fun. The kill streaks were great. I don't really have much else to say about it. It's better than Call of Duty 4 in my opinion, but like I said, the fact that the new One Man Army YouTube was never patched really drags the game down, and honestly, if it wasn't for that, I probably would have put this in S tier, but unfortunately, I cannot give it the S tier ranking. And by the way, I may be moving these during the video, because I can't have every game be an A tier, obviously. Okay, so Black Ops 1. You know what? I'm going to give it B. Alright, so the reason why I'm going to give it a B is that the campaign was phenomenal. Very good campaign. The multiplayer, not so great. The issues I had with multiplayer was that the lag was so bad in this game. The hit detection was terrible. And I just did not have fun playing Black Ops 1 at all. in terms of all of that. That killed the vibe for me. The zombies, though, was the best zombies we've had, I think, period. I think this is my favorite zombies game. You just had all the maps from World at War, and then they had Ascension, and they had, like, all these other maps. I can't remember the names of them, but, like, all of them are really good. The third one that you got from the DLC pack, I forgot what it was, but that one wasn't super great. I can't remember the name of it, but overall, I thought Black Ops 1 was a great game, but the multiplayer with how much the hit detection was, how bad it was, with the lag and all of that, I can't see myself putting it anything above a B, unfortunately. Okay, now we're on to Modern Warfare 3. This one's going to be a little bit, I don't know how to feel about this, honestly. I'm kind of nervous to put this where I'm going to put it. But right now, as I'm thinking about it, I kind of want to put this in S tier. I'm going to explain exactly why. So, okay, this is, even I'm thinking about this. I'm like, really? Is this really S tier? Modern Warfare 3 was one of the better Call of Duty games, in my opinion. This was a rushed development game. The heads of Infinity Ward left to go make Respawn Entertainment, which then made Titanfall and Apex Legends much later in the future. But to me, Modern Warfare 3 is really good for a lot of reasons. I thought the hit detection was great. I thought the guns were fun. I thought there was a lot to do with, with the camos. You had a great campaign. In my opinion, I thought the campaign was a little over actiony, but overall I thought the campaign was really good. And then the other issue I kind of have with it as well is that I didn't really like Dead Man's Hand. I didn't like the death streaks. I didn't like all that. But I don't know, I can't help but think that Modern Warfare 3's like multiplayer was so good, and not to mention the Spec Ops missions were great as well in this game. It just, I don't know, there was just a lot to this game. And plus the DLC, I should mention, was phenomenal. Really good. We got like free DLC, I think it was like every month, or I think that came with the pass. I can't remember exactly, but the DLC for this game was amazing. And I just had the most fun with Modern Warfare 3. So honestly, this might be kind of controversial to put it in S tier, but that's just how I feel. We're probably going to have a few controversial picks here. Black Ops 2. Okay. So another really good game. Again, I don't like how much lag there was in the game. But you know what? Honestly, I'm going to put it in S tier as well. I wasn't a huge fan of the lag in the game, but at the same time, the lag wasn't too bad. And plus, it opened up the doors for competitive Call of Duty to be like a serious game. Search and Destroy on it was phenomenal. Campaign was really good. You had different storylines and you had different endings, which was really cool. The zombies was phenomenal in this game as well. This is probably the best COD game ever made. Honestly, like in terms of everything, I think Black Ops 2 is the best. Now that I'm really thinking about it, yeah, I think it is. Not much else to say. Call of Duty Ghosts. Again, this is going to be controversial, but I'm actually going to put this in B tier in front of Black Ops 1. Yes, I actually think this is better than Black Ops 1, and I'm going to explain why. So, the campaign, I thought, was actually insanely good. I really did like the campaign. The multiplayer, I was so good at the multiplayer for this game. I think I had like a 3 KD or something like that. Might have been like a 2.5. But I was insanely good at the multiplayer in this game. Does that mean I like it a lot? Yeah, a little bit, but I don't think it was that great. In terms of the kill streaks were somewhat broken. I had an issue with the fact that the time to kill was way too fast. But at the same time, we got really good hit detection out of that. But again, 2 shots and you're dead, which was really bad. So honestly, Call of Duty Ghosts, do I think it's anything better than, A tier? Not really, no. But I do think it's better than Black Ops. And I love the extinction mode as well, and Ghosts as well. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm actually going to put Black Ops back in front of Ghosts. Because Black Ops, I like the zombies more than Extinction. But I still think Ghosts is actually a solid game. And it gets shit on way too much in my opinion, but yeah. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, trash. Absolutely could not stand this game whatsoever. I hate Advanced Warfare. Terrible game. Absolutely terrible. The movement sucked. The kill streaks sucked. The guns sucked. I hated Advanced Warfare. The zombies was boring. The campaign was boring. I hated this game. This was not a fun COD for me to play. And in my opinion, it's definitely a trash one. All right, now moving on to Black Ops 3. You know what? I'm honestly going to put it in C tier. I did have fun with this game. The zombies was pretty good as well. And the campaign, I actually loved the campaign for this game. A lot of people are like, what the hell? You like the Black Ops 3 campaign? I liked it for the fact that you could grind out challenges in it, and I thought it was a lot more fun and rewarding in my opinion. But the microtransactions killed this game for me. Same with Advanced Warfare. I should have mentioned about Advanced Warfare. The microtransactions in that game sucked. And I can't really, I don't know, I don't have much to say about it, but Black Ops 3 was solid. I didn't like the advanced movement again, but at least this one was a lot more grounded. I love the specialists in this game. They all had personality. Everything about them was great. But besides that, it really just wasn't there for me, I think. So I gotta give it a C. Next we have is Infinite Warfare. I did not play Infinite Warfare. However, I do play Modern Warfare Remastered, which is attached to this. And honestly, I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B behind Ghosts. I thought that Modern Warfare Remastered, I still play it to this day, is solid, but it's just not, it's not Modern Warfare 2. Or I mean, not Modern Warfare 2. It's not Call of Duty 4, in my opinion. And the other issue I have with it as well is that the microtransactions, again, I don't know why they keep putting microtransactions in these games, but they ruin the game when they do that, in my opinion. Luckily, they're not terrible in this game, but it's just like, it's the principle. It's a remake, and you're really going to put loot boxes in a remake? Like, really, Treyarch? I don't know. I don't get it. Call of Duty World at War. Oh, boy. Man, is it a C or trash? I'm not entirely sure what I would give this. You know what? Honestly, I'm going to give it a trash, and I think I'm going to put it in front of Call of Duty 4 Advanced Warfare, because at least with World at War or World War II, at least there was actually, like, you could stand and move. I did not like this game at all. The campaign, I thought, was way too hold-handy. It was way too much, like, quick-time events, not enough gameplay. Oh, man, I just did not like it very much at all. Multiplayer was boring. I know that World War II got a big update to the multiplayer. I didn't play it then. I quit already. Did not like the multiplayer that much at all, and honestly, the zombies was terrible. I didn't like the zombies at all. I think there was zombies in this game. I'm trying to think, was there actually zombies in this game? I think there was. Yeah, there was. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Now that I remember, I really didn't like it at all. Just felt way too complicated, and I'm just not a fan of it. And then finally, Black Ops 4. Honestly, World War II was the game that made me quit Call of Duty. So Black Ops 4, I did buy. I played a few games, and it's nothing special. You know what? I don't want to. I can't put it back off of the chart, but I'm not gonna say anything about it. It's in trash tier, but it's not trash. At least I don't think so. I mean, I heard about bad stuff about the game a lot, so I don't know. Again, in terms of the microtransactions, and they went to Battle Royale, which didn't really work out at all. I can't find it on Twitch at all. No one barely plays the game anymore. And if they do play it, they're most likely paid by Activision to play it. So overall, I don't think Black Ops 4 is that great. PC is terrible in that game too as well. They said they were going to support it. They don't support it. And I think that's my tier. I think that's my list. I'm going to quickly go over everything just to make sure I feel as confident as I do. Yeah, these games will definitely stay in A tier. I would never put these anything higher, honestly. Modern Warfare 3, again, I think I would keep that in S tier. Again, but not in front of Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 stays in front of it. So, in my opinion, the best Call of Duty games, it's Call of Duty Black Ops 2, then Modern Warfare 3, then Modern Warfare 2, then Modern Warfare, then Call of Duty World at War, Black Ops 1, Ghosts, Modern Warfare Remastered. Again, I did not play Infinite Warfare. Black Ops 3, Call of Duty World at War, or World War 2, Advanced Warfare, and then that's it. Black Ops 4 doesn't get a rating. So that's my Call of Duty games tier list. Hopefully. I'm very tired, guys. I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to go to sleep before Season 9 of Fortnite. So, yeah. See? It's almost time, boys. It's almost time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this random, stupid video. This will go on my second channel right now, just as a filler video. You guys have been wanting content from me on that channel, so here you go. Alright, guys. Have a good one now. See ya.